like I was dating or like whatever, right? Hi, I'm Don. I'm Cancerian. My biggest pet peeve. Oh, okay. My blood type. And like I said, I wake up every morning and glad to be alive, happy to not have woken up dead. Because if I had woken up dead, I wouldn't know. Hi, my name is Don Richmond. I'm a musician slash composer slash producer slash part-time pole dancer. Hey, what is it that I don't try to do with my life? I try to do everything with my life. Most of it very, very unsuccessful. But I try my best. Well, I think the most enjoyable part of my job as a composer slash producer would really be, I think, the very end of the project itself. I think with all creative people, I think the success is always at the point of completion, because you already have the inception of the idea to begin with and seeing the idea through, because I know a lot of composers who always start ideas and really never finish ideas. So I think for us as creatives, it's really all about like seeing the ideas through, be it short form like jingles to long form music projects like movies even. So for me really it's all about the completion of the project, and that really satisfies me the most. I would say my most memorable experience when it relates to the National Day Parade will be my very first one as music director, and that would have been 2016. And I remember sitting like for my very first meeting, and we have like all these tiny little models of what the props were going to be, what the show was going to be, and all these tiny little post-its on the walls of like little ideas of what we want to do. I think for me was the very first time I did any sort of show with a big scale sort of like mass display of people, and I think to me that sort of culture shock was a real memorable experience for me, and I really enjoyed the whole process at the end of it. The most common challenge that you face as a composer slash producer is songwriter's block. Right, so for me, that's always the big thing. How do you actually overcome that, especially when you're writing to a brief, and you have a deadline? Maybe you have 4 hours to write out a demo to send it to a client, and it's just trying to overcome that. Of course, there are many ways to overcome it, and I would say, growing older and doing this for much longer, I've gotten like a few tricks under my sleeve to sort of overcome it. But really, the biggest challenge for any songwriter would really be songwriter's block. I would say some of the proudest moments I have as a songwriter would be years later, after I've released the songs, after the songs have come out in some way or another. I have people coming up to me and sort of like telling me what that song meant to them, and irregardless of songwriter intentions. I could have wanted the song to be some sort of it could have been a breakup song, but then somebody tells me that, that song was their wedding song, and so all these songs and all these stories take on a life of their own. When they get released, they belong to somebody else. It's just really, really proud moment for me as well to have the songs find a way to touch people. The future of songwriting lies in, if not that it's already here, I think AI tools will really feature a lot into songwriting. I think one shouldn't be afraid of it. I think people should embrace different AI tools. I know, like say for example, I even have AI demo singers now. I even have AI tools that even help me with unique chord progressions, melody and stuff. Because I think at the end of it, like I was talking about writer's block, I think one of the ways to sort of get out of your own way is to try things differently. So traditionally, if I were to write on a piano, I would write on a guitar just for a different sort of like a flavor for the day, and that's what AI tools can actually incorporate into your whole workflow as well. So I think really the future is in massive collaborations, and also trying to feature AI tools into the way you work and your workflow itself.